Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Ben Rider. Today we're testing out the Aprilia Tuono 660. It's a naked bike version of the RS 660. This one here has 95 horsepower and you can get it reduced to A2 license restrictions for 248 horsepower. From the outside it looks just fabulous. I think, to my taste, the colors are super nice. I think you have different color schemes. And I like the red one, this one, the black one. I like the yellow one much better actually because I like bright colors. It is really nice. And yeah, so much for the Aprilia Tuono 660. It has 95 horsepower, as I said, and it is a very rough engine, to be honest. I was not really happy with, I mean the performance, everything is nice and it's for 95 horsepower. But it has very, very strong vibration in the foot pegs and also in the seat. And even at 4, 5, 6 gear. So it's not just, you know, in the lower gear. So I'm a really bit surprised about this. And yeah, it's better to make a test ride. So, you know, you have to make a test ride to find out if that actually suits you or not. So let's get to the controls and the display. So on the left hand side we have, in the front we have the light switch for high beam, low beam and passing light. We have the clutch lever, which is fairly you need a lot of force. Actually, I'm amazed during this time of you know, nowadays with all the slipper clutch and stuff like that, you need a lot of force actually to operate the clutch. You have a cruise control button here. You have all the different cursors, left, up and down and back. For the display we have the turn signal switch and we have a horn here. On the right hand side we have the a switch for the daytime running light. You can turn this off and switch to regular, or we have the kill switch here, and we have a mapping switch for the different driving modes or riding modes. So I had to check actually if it's recording or not, because it's so bright I cannot see the display. Anyways, the display, a lot of controls, you know, blinking and flashing and stuff like that. You have on the upper middle, in the center, you can switch the riding mode. You do this with a right hand map button here. Switch it once from commute, dynamic and individual. You can change the individual to your liking. In the display you can see the coolant temperature on the left hand side. On the right hand side you see the fuel level. then done underneath the RPM counter, speedometer, the gear, which is currently number 1 in the gear, in the drive. Then we have the odometer. We can switch trip A and B, different settings. On the right hand side, in the lower right hand side, we have the outside temperatures, 35 degrees, and the clock. You can switch when you're in trip A with the up and down buttons to go through the display from odometer to fuel consumption, average fuel, average speed, max speed, time, trip. And once again, if you take the right, if you use the right button, you switch to mode B or to trip B, and you have the same thing. So that's pretty neat to switch around A and B. If you press the right hand button for a longer period of time, you get into the menu system. We can switch the mode. We have a road mode and a race mode. In race mode, we have 2 more drive modes, and in road mode, we have 3 modes. We have changed the shift light, the calibration, emergency brake, on off headlamp mode. In the display, we can switch the backlight and the mode. In dashboard, we can switch the clock, units, and language. And in service, we have something for the shop there. So that's basically it. I am now in the regular mode, not in the race mode. And that is basically it. Quickly explained the display of the Aprilia Tuono 660. So that's basically it. We will take a little test right now back to the dealer. I will show you a bit around how it rides, how it handles, and so forth. So let's go. Yes, we're back on the bike here, and we'll go a little stretch here, old country roads here, yeah. Then we go on the highway back to Malaga and back to the dealer. Yeah. I will give you my impressions of the Tuono 660 now. We have to quickly put the visor down. There are quite a lot of bugs here. So, from the seating comfort, everything is fine. The seat seems to be quite comfortable. Mirrors and everything is okay. The display easily readable. Also in the sun, I think. There's one big thing that I don't really like about this, and this is the vibrations in the seat, in the foot packs, quite a lot of vibrations. And even when you're standing still and the engine is at idle, you hear, to me, you know, I have to admit I'm a beginner rider, but still, you know, I've been on at least 200 bikes already in the last 2 years, and at least I can say something, you know, what it feels like. And this one here has unfortunately a lot of vibrations, even at idle. At idle the engine sounds like there's something wrong with it, or it's very harsh sounding, which I think I haven't really experienced that much before. And then a very strong vibration in the seat, you know, tank seat foot packs in this area, very, very strong. And so if you have problems with your blood circulation, I think that actually helps for this. But other than that, I like the design. I like the power and everything, you know, what it has and what it offers. There's no doubt about it. But these vibrations I would not like, you know. So please, people, make a do a test ride on the bike, on any bike you do, because you never know what is going to happen or what you might like or might not like about it. And as I said, to me here, if I had bought this without just by seeing it, I say, oh wow, what a design, I have to have it, and everybody is raving about it, which basically is true for this, you know, on YouTube. I don't know, and nobody has really said anything about these strong vibrations, which are really strong. And you know, I've been on many bikes and I haven't experienced that before, so you have to consider this. Handling other than that is pretty nice. As I said, the torque is quite nice, or it has, I don't know, 67 Newton meters or so, which is not super high. But for me, as I said, beginner rider coming from an A2, it is a lot, you know. Even if you're in 5th or 6th gear on the highway and you speed up even at 100, 120, you could still go, you know. It has enough power with the 95 horsepower. So for me personally, I'd say 95 horsepower definitely is enough. Even my 48 horsepower at home is enough for me. I mean, everybody's different, so that's why there are so many different type of bikes, you know. Yeah, so that's the story with the Aprilia Tuono 660. Actually, you know, the handlebars a bit higher on the Tuono, so it's more comfortable to ride. I think I will ride the RS 660 as well. I think there's also an A2 version available, which I'll also be riding. But I mean, nevertheless, you know, the fact that these vibrations really bother me, for me personally, as I said before, I would not buy this, you know, because of the vibration. The power is really tremendous. But this would be definitely, I have a Z900 at home, 4-cylinder, okay, it's different, it's much smoother than a 2-cylinder. But I've been on the Tracer 7 just recently, and I did not expect anything like that, you know. Also the suspension, as you might have noticed, is very hard. I guess you can adjust it, but I usually go on this road with other bikes and I've never really had any problems. But here it seems like the suspension is very stiff, or it's, yeah, probably very stiff, and so it is not a real joy to go on these bumps here. By the way, if you're in the Malaga area and you like to shop at Vespamálaga or Bikemálaga, what they're called, they have this for special price at the moment. The regular price is 11,150 euro, but at the moment you get a free IMU with it, so you're basically equipped just like the RS 660, which has the IMU as well. You have that with the 11,150 on the road, so I think that's a pretty good deal. When they give you the IMU, I don't know how much it is worth, maybe 500 euro or something. driveway. Basically we have a teeny tiny windscreen, but it's more like a naked bike feeling. You have the full force of the wind in your face, on your helmet. So I'm in 5th gear, and even in 5th gear I can speed up quite nicely. As you can see, it is crazy. But I guess that's what all the bikes with 95 horsepower are like. But it is really quite a lot. Yeah, we have a lot of oncoming wind here now. So try the 6th gear. Let's bring it back to the dealer. Yeah, the front brake is really strong, and it kind of dives in quite drastically. Also for me something new. Maybe it just everything just a matter of adjustment, but I don't think you can adjust the vibrations, so if you don't like it, I guess you better not buy it. So yes, verdict you have already. That's about it. It's a pretty rough package. You know, I would say a pretty rough package, pretty rough engine, strong vibrations. Even here in the idling, it is pretty rough. So I don't know, if you like it rough, it's a right engine for you, a right bike for you. But other than that, not for me. Yeah, that's about it. That's my test ride. I'm a bit confused with this thing, which costs so much money and has so much vibrations. Thanks so much for watching. This is Brenner, I Rider out. Take care. Bye bye.